Hello, party people, and welcome back to Not Your Average Club, a safe place where we come and talk all things mental health, spirituality, and quite a bit of tarot. If you're new here, hi, I'm happy to have you. If you're not new here, welcome back. You might be like, Simi, where the heck have you been? Your girl needed a break. I've been so tired from my day job and my personal life that I just needed a rest. So I took about a month off, but I am back. You guys never have to worry about me disappearing and not coming back because this is what I genuinely love to do. Today I wanted to do a little holiday festive read for you. It is going to be a healing read. It's going to have a little bit of shadow work in it. The reading is about home for the holidays. What does your family really think about you? I know for a lot of people, we're not always necessarily the closest to our relatives for whatever reason. Sometimes it's because we moved away for college, or we grew apart, or perhaps, political ideologies, morals, things of that nature, right? For whatever reasons, it's become the norm for families to kind of disperse in adulthood. And I was reading an article the other day, and somebody had casually mentioned that they were going home for the holidays for the first time in a while. And the idea struck me that I should do a reading about like family dynamics and how to keep the peace. I recently went to Bradenton, Florida, which is where I was born and raised. I was born and raised in Anna Maria Island, where I got to see some of my family that I'm not particularly close to. I love them, they love me, but we have very different morals, very different political ideologies, very different opinions on things. So it's one of those things where a distance kind of makes the heart grow fonder, where we kind of have to have each other in short spurts, you know? But to my surprise, this past Thanksgiving, I had a really enjoyable family vacation. Me and my family got along fantastically. We avoided specific topics, and that worked really beautifully for us. We had a great time. We sang karaoke, we danced, we talked, we drank, we grilled out, we watched football, and it was a good time, genuinely a good time. So there's going to be two piles. Your pile selection is actually going to be the two little Christmas stockings. There's actually four, but I'm covering these two. These two Christmas stockings are going to be your pile selection. The wreath stocking is going to be pile number 1, and the dog stocking is going to be pile number 2. We're just going to do 2 piles today because I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. But I'm going to be using the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle deck. I only use this about once a year when I do a festive read. And we're going to be utilizing my tried and true Ethereal Visions tarot deck. If you ever wondered what my favorite deck is, it's this one. It's the first deck that I ever bought for myself. It is my baby. It's the deck that I learned to read on, and it's just, I have like 60 other decks. This one will forever be my favorite. So that being said, we're going to jump into pile number 1, the wreath. So, Spirit, can you please tap me into the energy of pile number 1? Tell me a little bit about them and their energy, how they see themselves. So first I'm going to ask how you see yourself, and then we'll compare and contrast that to how your family sees you, okay? So pile number 1, how do they see themselves? How does my pile number 1 people see themselves? Pile number 1, pile number 1. My hair looks great today. I've recently learned how to give myself a blowout, and I've been digging it. Okay, pile number 1, turning inward. Inside this veil of bone and flesh, I lay my soul to sleep. All truths within thy breath have come to greet me. Interesting. Okay, turning inward. All right, let me get a little bit more clarification on that, Spirit. I'm going to use my Ethereal Visions. That's my pile number 1, seeing themselves, Spirit. Pile number 1, how are they seeing themselves? Interesting. So you got the Emperor in reverse, and you've got Judgment upright. And you've got Knight of Cups upright. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, ooh, bottom of the deck energy is the Hangman in reverse. So what I'm seeing here is that you see yourself as somebody, especially when it pertains to your family, somebody who kind of keeps themselves kind of a hermit. You are definitely somebody who probably avoids your family, which was kind of the intention of this reading. So it's kind of like, well, no shit. But I feel like you kind of feel like the black sheep of the family, because I'm noticing this black cloak. I also feel like this is kind of giving me like Grim Reaper sort of vibes. So I'm kind of getting this indication of somebody whom has done a lot of shadow work and has really died to their past self. Somebody whom their like lineage, their family is no longer how they identify, which is really, really interesting because I actually know somebody who is probably watching. I'm very much so getting their energy, whom they changed their last name where they no longer have the same last name as their family. I'm not talking about like marriage. I'm talking about like they legally changed their last name, which is interesting. Because they're trying to grow into their Emperor energy. They're trying to balance themselves and to really grow into a man. I'm getting that this is masculine energy. If you are feminine energy, please know this is energy, not body parts. But I'm getting like this like energy of like, I'm really trying to grow into myself, really trying to find my own power, really trying to be the matriarch of my own family, the matriarch of my own family. Like I am trying to establish myself. But when I'm around my family, I don't feel like a man. I feel disempowered in some way. If you're a woman, this just flip it. It's same message. It's just is coming out in masculine energy. Okay, but you have love to give. Like there is love here, right? There's love between you and your family. You see yourself as a loving person, but it's Knight of Cups. It's like I'm almost getting like childlike energy. I'm almost getting like it's like returning home to your family almost feels like you're a child again. Like there's love there, there's a warmth there, but it's almost like you feel small in some way. And I think this is because you feel like your family judges you in a lot of ways. I feel like you feel like your family has these high expectations. There's also like almost a religious aspect here. Maybe it's not religion, but there's almost like this, the Hierophant didn't come out. Hold on, I wonder if the Hierophant will come out. Let me get a couple more cards. Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh! Maybe this has to do with a relationship. Maybe you are married or you're engaged and you're thinking about getting married, but your family doesn't approve of your partner. They see your partner as, I'm going to say it, this is their opinion, not my opinion. They see your partner as like a skank or a slut or a good time, not as a wifey, mother. They don't see them in this loving energy. Or at least that's what you think your family will think. And it makes you feel not victorious. But you see them as like the Empress, so interesting. So interesting. Okay, now let's see what your family actually thinks of you. How your family truly does see you. I'm gonna put all the cards in, so if the same cards come out, then you just know your intuition is spot on. How does pile number one's family, the wreath, I'm also getting like the circulatory cycle because of the imagery of the wreath. So like I'm getting like, what's it called? The snake biting its own tail. What's that called? God, the word has eluded me. What is it? I can't think. It's the snake biting its own tail. Okay. how does pile number one's family actually see pile number one? Self-care. If not me, who? I tend to a wholeness, the parts of me which I surrender. Thy pulse for thy heart, they near any other. And then poinsettia. Cast the shadows, scream silence as them, dear witch. What lurks inside transforms into the most beautiful of beauty. Oh. So I feel like in a way you might be judging yourself more than your family is actually judging you. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, so you got the self-care card and you got the poinsettia card. And these two energies together is your family sees you as somebody who is intentional about caring for yourself. They don't understand that you pulled away because you were feeling judged. They think you're pulling away for your own mental health and to work on yourself and as an act of self-care. If they are emotionally mature people, if they're emotionally intelligent, they understand that you guys don't always see eye to eye and that you need to pull away sometimes for your own mental health. They understand that you need to take space, but they respect that decision. They actually think it's quite healing. They think that they see you in a really emotionally mature state. They see you as a King of Wands. So they see you as somebody mature, creative, passionate, bold. They see you as somebody who is stepping away to chase your passions. I'm actually getting a little bit of pride. They do not see you in sneaky, manipulative energy, because that's what this card would be, upright. They see you as somebody whom stepped away, maybe abruptly, but they see it to heal and to chase your passions. They see you as somebody who had to step away from the family, from home, so to speak, to collaborate with others and to find your happiness. Look at this. Look at this. They see you as somebody whom, I'm hearing boys will be boys. So maybe they almost at first saw it kind of as an act of rebellion, but they were like, oh, that's cute. You know, like it's getting very lighthearted. It's like when you left, they saw it as kind of this fiery, because they are seeing you in fire energy. They saw it as this passionate, fiery sort of thing, but they're not seeing you as the Page of Wands or the Knight of Wands. They're seeing it as a mature decision. And I think there's a little bit of pride there. They know that you were following your truth. So I'm getting that you like stepped away so you could find your people. And you have grown a level of success in your solitude, because this card's about like material success, but like in singleness. But I'm not getting single as in like you're single. I'm getting singleness as in like you found your abundance, your prosperity within yourself, right? You went almost on like this hero's journey. You offered that cup of love to yourself and you manifested something quite beautiful. And you died to illusion, to a mask that you're wearing. I feel like your family has this higher understanding that the life that they have, the lifestyle that they have, was not meant for you and never was supposed to be yours. They know that. And they see that you carry a lot of burden. They see that you almost have this, maybe you're an oldest child, right? Because I can relate to this a lot. This whole message I relate to. Maybe your family sees that you have these really high expectations for yourself. And the judgment card came out with how you think your family sees you. But I'm really getting that that's self-inflicted. I'm really getting that your family's quite proud of you. They love you. They like this version of you. They respect this version of you. And they're proud of the courage it took for you to step out into the world and to find yourself. That you followed your intuition and you sailed out. That you took a leap of faith. I'm gonna cry. This is quite beautiful. Let me get some more, Spirit. Can you tell me some more about, I want to get some more about how you're seeing, how do you see your family? Let me ask that. How do you see your family? I'm hearing flawed. I'm hearing critical. But they're lively people. I'm getting a lot of laughing, a lot of joking, I'm getting like boisterous people, very opinionated people. I'm seeing like a table, like a holiday table, and everybody's like loud and kind of talking over one another. And I'm getting I just saw a woman, and she's more reserved. Maybe this is your mother. She's more reserved and a little quieter and a little meeker, but she has like an elegance about her where she's just kind of observing. But I'm getting like a man is very loud and boisterous and opinionated. And I'm getting like the children, but these are like adult children. They're very loud and boisterous. And I'm getting like the aunts and the uncles. Like I'm hearing like corks pop out of like champagne bottles and wine. And I'm getting like loud music and dancing. I'm getting very jovial, okay? How is my pile number one seeing their family? How are they seeing their family? Okay. Forest. It is without question a place of mystery. Whispers of power you've forgotten. They lie, strength crawls beneath. Ground to remind you, dear child, you are magic. I'm getting, you feel like, I said that before, that you feel like the black sheep. I'm getting that you have a difficult time understanding your family. You feel very different from your family. I relate so heavily to this message, my God. I'm getting that when you're around your family, you're reminded of how different you are. Mother Mary. Into the arms of the mothering embrace swells a wisdom full of grace. In thy bosom, she whispers, sleep the eye of winter. But you're closer to your mom than you are anybody else in the family. I want to say that. Like, the person you'd be the closest to is your mother. And I was getting like there was a mother who was less loud, less boisterous, less outspoken and opinionated as everybody else. I get that, like, maybe you yourself are a little bit more, I'm getting demure, a little bit more reserved, and your mother is also a little bit more reserved, so you relate to her in that way. And I feel like your mom has a very, my earrings caught on my sweater. I'm getting that your mom has more of a quiet, nurturing, but regal, like she's powerful, presence about her, or a motherly figure. This might also be a grandmother. The mother stands out big time. Okay. But the family, you're reminded of how you're different from them. But you might be different in an esoteric way. Like for me, my family is very conservative, Republican Christians, like sweet people, but most of them voted for Donald Trump, and I definitely did not, you know? So and then like I'm into tarot and astrology and things of that nature, and they're very like practical. And there's something here about like maybe you have a different spirituality than your family, or maybe you're a little witchier, maybe you're a little, I don't know, but I'm getting like, okay, so there's the witch, right? I'm getting like the Salem witch trials in an essence, but I feel like you're making this so much bigger than your family is, if that makes sense, especially when it comes to your mom. I feel like your mom and you are alike, and maybe one of the reasons that your mom is quieter is because she doesn't feel like she can, okay, so I'm seeing, what is his name? JD Vance. I'm seeing JD Vance's wife in my head. And I know that she is, isn't she Indian? I want to say please don't quote me on this. I'm gonna sound like an idiot if I'm wrong, okay? But this is how the Spirit's giving it to me. And then he's like Christian, right? I'm getting that like maybe your mother comes from a different culture and has a different spirituality than the rest of your family. And maybe the family kind of assumes that because she married your dad, that she converted to like Christianity or whatever, but she still quietly practices her spirituality, whether it's Islam or whether it's Buddhism or whatever. And I feel like your mom has this quiet, I feel like she knew from the moment that you were born that that you were different from the family, that you were like the cycle breaker. And she's quite proud of you. God, that's beautiful. Okay, so gratitude. Yeah, she's proud of you. Okay, I want to know about the rest of the family. A lot is coming out about your mom. Your mom sees you in a very beautiful light, and I think you see her in a beautiful light, but I feel like you feel judged by the rest of the family. Okay, so tell me how my pile number 1 sees the rest of the family, not the mother, but the rest of the family. How does pile number 1 see the rest of their family? Family. Thy love is present in the presence of thee, the comforting veil that warms the heart and hugs the soul. You see your family as warm, as loving. Candle magic. Finger thy spine and caress thy lips, but it's in reverse. Oh, that's sad. Okay, so I'm hearing that you see your family as like a loving family unit. You just don't feel like you belong in this loving family unit. I feel like you feel like the black sheep, and it has something to do with your spirituality. Okay. Now, how does the rest of the family see my pile number 1? How does the rest of the family see my pile number 1? Frost. They see you as cold. They see you as the cold melting in time, the frozen glance that lies, but they see you as judgmental. They see you as, they recognize that you're uncomfortable around them, and it makes them feel judged. Storm, they see you as, the rest of the family sees you as rebellious, as cold, as like the problem, but your mother doesn't. So, So you might have aunts and uncles and possibly even a father. Take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But there's like other family members who sees you. So you're feeling judged, rightfully so, because they see you as like the disruptor of the family. Like you don't fall in line. You're supposed to be this, this, and this, and you're not. But I want to let you know that there's a matriarchal figure, whether it's a mom or a grandmother, who sees you, recognizes you, sees a kindred soul, and loves you very much. Falling in love. Yeah. The thorns of the... And this motherly figure they approve of your romantic choice. Whoever that person that you think the rest of the family doesn't approve of. I'm getting like this slight love story here. I'm getting that there's a love story where it was Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands is very witchy, esoteric in reverse. There might be a lover that you've taken that has influenced your spirituality, and the rest of your family, say for example, you fell in love with somebody who's a little witchy, a little esoteric, right? And the rest of your family is like very conservative, very Christian, whatever. Or maybe they're atheists and they don't believe in the woo-woo stuff, right? But your mom secretly is a little woo-woo herself. And your mom can see that this lover introducing you to the spirituality has helped you heal and helped you grow. And your mother sees that and is very proud of you and is happy that you found that lover and that spirituality. As for the rest of the family is like, you've changed, you're different now. You know, like it's giving that. It is. Okay. Contemplation. I feel like the rest of your family almost wants you to rethink your choices, but Spirit's saying you're not meant to. Gratitude. Spirit's saying show gratitude for where you came from. You can love your family and be kind to your family and respect your family without necessarily having to adapt to their ways and their way of thinking. Okay. Spirit, do you have any more advice for my pile number ones, like advice on how to handle the holidays when they see the rest of their family? I'm hearing immediately, like, just don't talk about spirituality or politics or whatever the differences are. Instead, focus on the ways you guys are alike. I wrote a whole blog about this. That like when I quit being like, oh my God, I'm the black sheep. Oh my God, I'm the black sheep. Oh my God, I'm the black sheep. I started to notice that like me and my cousins, we laugh the same. We parent pretty similarly. We have a lot alike, right? Play board games, do karaoke, you know, like do stuff like that. Maybe avoid really deep conversations. And I know that that's sad because you want to be able to share those parts of yourself with your family, but keep that for you and trusted family, because I'm getting that you can't necessarily share everything with everybody unless you want it to start a big fight. And I don't know why you'd want that on the holidays, you know? Yeah, the Empress. There is a mother or a grandmother, a matriarch, whom you can trust and you can open up to. There is. I love this energy. It's warm, it's nurturing, it's kind. I would really like this woman. I can tell that I would really like this woman. But this family as a whole, you need to put to rest this idea that you have to win them over and gain their approval, because I feel like while you're trying to actively gain their approval, you're doing yourself a disservice, because who you are is not aligned with who they are. You can love them and have reverence for them and respect them without necessarily fitting in with them. Okay? All right, that's the message. I'm going to clear that energy, then we're going to get into pile number 2. I'm hearing Desert Rose by Sting. Dream of rain, LA. I dream of gardens in the desert sand. Awaken pain, LA. I haven't heard that song in a minute. Okay. pile number 2. If you chose the dog, then this is going to be your reading on home for the holidays. How does your family truly see you? So first, we're going to jump in to how you see yourself. Okay, my dog stalking people. How did they see themselves? My pile number 2, dog stalking people. How did they see themselves? Pile number 2, how do they see themselves? You got mistletoe, what dreams may come. By the way, my favorite movie of all time is What Dreams May Come. Just saying, such a good movie. Okay, anyways. What dreams may come from the borrowing of ivy held tight within thy womb. A calling in of sorts, a spell from above, holy holly. Okay. Ornaments. So it is a remembrance of what once was and what will be, a fragile beauty beaming from upon thy. You see yourself in a very gentle, loving way. Because when I heard mistletoe, it says ivy in it. I started hearing the song Ivy by Taylor Swift. And then in ornaments, it says a fragile beauty. And I'm getting that you see yourself as kind and sweet. I'm getting kind of like cottagecore vibes. Kind and sweet and loving, but maybe a little timid. Like it's like a quiet confidence. Like it's not boastful, but it's like you see yourself in a very balanced, loving way. Like you have a lot of love for yourself. Okay, how does pile number 2's think that they're, how does my pile number 2 think that their family sees them? Okay, so what do you think your family thinks of you? Oh my goodness. Come on, shuffle. I'm glad you guys couldn't see my hands just then because that was embarrassing. Okay. How does my pile number 2 thinks that their family sees them? Gratitude. All that I am, all that I, forever. Gratitude, I'll be eternally, okay? Cardinal medicine. Thyself bleeds of sacredness and honor fit for the gods. You are worth all that sees. Okay. So you think that your family sees you as grateful, as I'm getting obedience. Like I'm getting that you have a good opinion of yourself and you believe that your family has a very good opinion of you as well. You believe that that family is very sacred and that family bonds are very important, and you believe that your family thinks of you as sacred, like a gift from God. Cardinals symbolize to me like angelic energy. You think that your family thinks quite highly of you. All right, now let's see if that's true. I don't mean that ugly. All right, how does my I'm hearing loyal dog. How does your family truly see you? My pile number 2. How does, and look, the Fool card has a dog on it too, and that was the bottom of the deck energy. How does pile number 2's family truly see them? Follow the stars for thy known, not too light, not too dark, the shimmers of what is coming next, but is in reverse. The star in reverse, okay? Crone. Wisdom befriends the honor in which weaves thin blown, the herring call from the depths of your sacredness, but it's in reverse. Interesting. Candle magic in reverse. Family upright. Your family doesn't see you in a bad way, but they see you as loyal to a fault. They see you as disempowered because you almost put your family ties and the sense of like being loyal to your family and being who your family wants you to be above who you're meant to be. Your family actually wants you to branch out a little bit. I feel like this is the exact opposite of pile number. Pile number one was like the family saw them as kind of rebellious and like the black sheep, and they just like left the family to like go chase their dreams. Your family sees you as too careful, too people-pleasing, I almost feel like your family wants you to go explore. I almost feel like maybe you're like, you never left your hometown, or like you stayed close to home, like you went to a community college, or like maybe, I just got with Crone and this grandmother, maybe like somebody in your family was sick and you felt like it was your job or your responsibility to care for said family member. And your family almost wishes that you would branch out. I'm hearing your life is yours, and I want you to like grab it by the balls and take it and explore. I don't want you to hold yourself back. Your family almost feels like you're too loyal to the sense of family. It's like they want to encourage you to be your own person. I'm now hearing that one song, Walk You Like a Dog, Bitch, I'll Bat You in Your Shit. But I'm not getting that like your family hates you and they're walking you like a dog. I'm getting that like your family wants you to take a leap of faith. They want you to be a little foolish. They want you to be a little rebellious. I'm hearing your like a family member go, just live a little. It's okay if you're not perfect all the time. It's okay if you're not seen as innocent and pure all the time. It's okay. Like, say for example, you're like about to graduate high school and you're like, I'll probably just go to a community college and this, that, and the other. And your family's like, no, go away, go, and not go away, like get gone from me. We don't want you. It's like, they want you to explore. They want you to experience life. They want you to get recklessly drunk one time. They want you to have a foolish hookup. They want you to, do something silly or stupid or spontaneous. They want you to live. I feel like your family feels like you're not living, but I'm really getting the storyline of like maybe somebody was sick and you were kind of forced into this parental role when you shouldn't have been. Like maybe a family member had like cancer or something. I'm now getting Fiona Gallagher and Shameless, but like not. Like, okay, so Fiona was very rebellious. She did drugs, she did all kinds of shit, but rightfully so. I mean, her family was a fucking mess, right? But I'm getting like how Fiona had to take on the role of being the mom because her dad was an alcoholic and her mom was batshit fucking crazy, right? I'm getting that you were almost parentified and it's made you loyal to a fault, and your family's like, okay, like I'm getting like maybe the sick parent is better now, take it or leave it. They might not be, but they're almost like, or maybe they're not, maybe they're terminally ill, right? And they're on their deathbed and they're like, I wish I would have done this, this, and this, and this before I died. And they're watching you make the same mistakes that they did, where they're like, okay, now you're not going and living because you're afraid to live, and all I want for you is to live. Like I'm getting the storyline of like you holding yourself back. Yeah. Look at this. Look. Afraid to move on. Disempowered. these family members, they want you to travel. They want you to love. They want you to experience life. Life is about love and loss. It's about happiness and sadness. It's about excitement and boredom. Like, life is a full spectrum of color, and your family sees you in grays and greens and like dull. Your family sees you as dull. And I'm not saying they don't love you. They love you so much. They love you so much. I split the deck. You got falling in love, right? They love you so much. But look, it says, thy thorns of roses rip open the heart only, for thy petals to bleed into thy soul. It's like you're almost afraid to be hurt. And Spirit's saying, baby, not just Spirit, your family is saying, baby, the price of loving deeply sometimes is hurt, but that doesn't make it less worth it. You know, take it from somebody who's loved and lost a lot in their life. I'm gonna open up to you for a minute because Spirit wants me to. I'm sorry to make this about me, but Spirit really wants me to share a little bit of my story. So in my 34 years on this earth, I've had more people pass away than I can even count. It started with my friend, William Tucker. He had a brain aneurysm while driving. He really enjoyed racing. He like raced cars. And while he was on a track during a race, he had a brain aneurysm and he crashed and he died. It started with him. And then a couple years later, a close family friend, her name is Margaret Aaron. She passed away in a car accident. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cry. In a car accident coming home from wedding dress shopping. She was in her early 20s. And then a couple years later, my Papa Nano, my favorite human in the entire world, passed away. And my daughter was still a baby. He never even got to meet Nova, you know? He only met Gianna. And then a couple years after that, my friend Andy, he passed away in a car accident. And there's more people too, like I've had high school friends and things of that nature. And then I've experienced a lot of loss in my life in other ways. My ex, the father of my kids, I mean, he essentially left me for another woman. Like, I definitively made the decision to leave him after finding out that he was having an affair, but he moved her in like a week after we broke up. So like, you know, like, and yes, I left him, but at that point it was like, I was already pretty much replaced. You know what I mean? Like, and that was after like 10 years of loving him, being engaged to him, living together, having children together. And then I've had many friends like come in and out of my life. My life is almost marked by death and rebirth though. Do I regret any of it? No. No, I've loved in my life. I've felt passion in my life. I have had true friendships in my life. My ex, as much as we don't necessarily get along all the time, I have so much gratitude in my heart for that man. He gave me 10 years of hell and also 10 years of beauty and joy and gorgeous children and laughter, and there was fights and drama and cheating and lies and all kinds of craziness, but there was also passion and there was joy and there was a lot of beauty, right? And that's what life is about. And I think that's what your family's wanting to tell you. You're trying to be too careful. They want you to be a little reckless from time to time. They want you to have fun. They want you to live. Quit being so loyal to the point of your detriment is what they're saying. They're not saying like go out and get arrested and get a criminal record or go get yourself knocked up and throw your life away. They're saying take a risk on love a little. Don't be afraid to love and love hard is what they're saying. Don't be afraid to chase your dreams. Don't be afraid to... I'm getting that there might even be a family member who didn't chase theirs. Yeah. Follow your intuition. Move forward. Make a go of your life. Look at this. Find your forever person. Your family sees you in a really like grounded, practical, balanced way. But they want you to embrace all of who you are. Start fresh. Wander and venture out into the world. They trust you to do that. And they want you to trust yourself. They're like, I know that you are equipped with the know-how to make good decisions. I know that you are intelligent and that you have the makings of a successful, wonderful, happy person. Why don't you believe that about yourself is kind of what they're saying. They're like, do you not trust in your own discernment? Do you not... That your family almost feels like you're using them as a shield, as an excuse to not live your life fully. And they want you to live your life fully. That's the message. I hope you guys have a magical, wonderful, beautiful day, and I hope you enjoy your holidays. Bye.